All right, let's go ahead and get this started here in a second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let some people get in here. But basically, everyone, I have not watched this. I decided because normally I do a Let's Talk and Watch stream, where I will sit there and I will, like we'll watch the Halo streams and stuff like that, and we'll talk about it and, while we're watching and everything like that. So, I thought I might do the same thing with this. Instead of me watching it beforehand and making a video over it, I haven't seen this yet, so we can just go ahead and watch it, together and everything. So, yeah, so I'll go ahead and wait a second. You commented on the video, though? Yeah, of course, Timothy, I still commented. I just wrote hype on the video. Right here, this comment right there. Hype! And of course I like the video, I just haven't watched it yet. I just paused it immediately once I went to it, so I just know it's gonna be awesome, so that's why I just commented. Yeah, so I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to watch it so bad, but again, I was just waiting, because we always do with every Halo update. They always have a live stream, and since they aren't having a live stream this time, they always have, that live stream where they go over everything, and I always will, watch the, stream, and I will talk about it with y'all while watching the stream. So I decided to go ahead and do that with this. Since it's just a video, we'll go ahead and do that again. So, I'm going to go ahead and give it a second, guys. On here for y'all to join. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? Oh man, I'm so pumped to see all this stuff. I've seen some people's Twitter posts and everything like that on there, and I'm getting so excited. I'm getting so excited to be able to see this. So I'm gonna wait a second for some people to get in here before we start, and then I will go ahead and get started on this. So hold on one second, guys. Can everyone react? No, Majestic, I want to just keep this with just my voice, so, that whole thing, because there's a lot of times people, like, they'd rather just have it a single instead of a whole bunch of people talking and yelling and stuff like that on the same deal. So, oh my gosh, yeah, Jeff, with the race game type finally being announced, I'm so pumped to try it out, though. I want to see what options y'all have, because it's a whatever the Forge mini game type. You're able to make your own type of thing. Like I think in the article it said, we could just kind of give you race, but what if we gave you the ability to kind of create your own race game type? Like that's what it said in that article, at least something like that. And so, oh man, I can't wait to see the options for some of this stuff. I just hope. I hope it's not gonna be like MCC's race game type where the checkpoints are crappy, because MCC's game type was terrible, like on the fact that you had to, like, the way the checkpoints were, you didn't just spawn on a checkpoint that you previously went through. Like it's like it has like an area effect, and if any respawn points are within those like the area effect of the checkpoints, then you could spawn on there, but that screws up racing whenever you have two checkpoints that are near each other. And so, yeah, it's ridiculous. Jeff, you better calm down. You've been teasing me this entire time. You have nothing to say right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this up, guys. We're starting this up. I'm so pumped about this. Let's see here. Better get some mad memes here. Tell me if I need to turn up the sound of everything so y'all can hear it just fine. So, all right, here we go.
Hey everyone, this is Brian, also known as Sketch, community manager here at 343.
Sketch and Tom.
I'm joined by Tom
I
French.
know, I love it to say Sketch and Tom.
UGC director
instead of Brian
here
and Tom,
at 343, and today we're excited to talk about all the new awesome stuff coming to Forge in the brand new free Monitor's Bounty update for Halo 5 Guardians. A huge update for Forge.
St. Helios pieces. Oh, flags. There we go. And of course,
there's 650
the
plus new objects in there. There's a lot of like fan
what is it? Golf?
Ones,
I forget what it's called
stuff
already.
That we
Battle golf
before. Forerunner pieces, St. Heli pieces, a lot of new stuff.
I think you told me that this update alone constitutes more objects than really any of the prior standalone versions of Forge in their entirety.
At least all that I can think of. I went back through a few of them, and I was like, I think we got all of them beat on this one update. So
I'd like to just dive right in.
Past ones was like 650 objects, total objects you put on a map.
That we have.
So this
That's
is
what
the
they're
new
adding,
canvas.
I think, on
this
here.
Is Barrens. It's a desert canvas. This is like literally one of the most requested canvases that we could build. The community was always.
I'm so
clamoring
pumped for
It
this
has
thing, Helios
three really
canvas.
cool moods to it.
Sweet.
This is my favorite.
Wyvern Zoo's going to have to
ominous
move her
dust
stuff over.
storm kind of blowing in here.
You
So
know,
it's- I
like
don't know,
move
it's just
her
a really
map
cool
over,
dramatic
her
setting.
sand trap, or
And
whatever it's
then
called.
we have another one that we'll show a little bit later. It's an ocean water underwater canvas because the community really loves building underwater, even though Spartans are allergic to it. But it's good.
So what are we looking at here inside this canvas? Are these some
super
new
So these
objects?
are some of the new pieces. So these are what we call classic scaled cargo containers. A lot of the community's been
Okay.
asking for these for making their recreations of
Classic
existing
cargo
maps. So we took our
containers, that's
current,
nice.
Like modern
Gamer Peeps, I'm sure, is
cargo
going to
container style,
update his
but made it fit to the
his
old
map.
kind of scaling.
You know?
And then on top of that, to help them out, we
So,
built a bunch of like 5x5,
Battlefield
which
map.
is more the classic
Ooh.
scale 510 based scale objects. And that'll help the community build again their recreations. And
There we go. Now you don't have to figure out what
and
is
then this
equal
a
to the
piece
past
we
stuff.
actually
That's
originally
good.
started it for
I
Infection,
remember
but
this.
it ran into a lot of problems, so we kept beating on it to fix it. And it's this really cool destructible creature tank. There's so much in here. And then this is Kevin the Crabby Crustacean. Who's
Kevin!
We like our little
Are we gonna-
creatures in there. We have my baby and we have our whale, and then so the crab was another addition from our lighting artist that actually built this. He loved it, so we love that. These really cool billboards that we made, some new
Ooh,
ones. We wanted some
nice.
more urban kind of themed pieces. so
Reach
there's that.
tourism board,
This is
escape.
the Wernicke Wrecker. This is a little special piece. We're going to kind of tease a little bit more about this.
Oh, that's the one that
hopefully today,
launches,
actually,
at
before
least
the
at
video
Tom
even goes
Teach.
out.
Tom
There's the
Teach.
Return of the Landmine. There's some
landmines.
great pieces.
Hey,
Oops, they kind of
fences!
select over them. But those are really cool.
Yay.
You can use them kind of as fences. We didn't actually get the fences, even though the community
Forge
really
Labs is gonna be
clamoring
real
for
happy
those.
about that, Mr.
We
Pokefile.
literally hit memory max end, so we can't do anything. Variations of a van, another
love the
vehicle, more
painted
benches.
vans.
Let's just go through these quickly.
Benches,
Parking
nice.
lights,
Oh,
lots of doors,
street
and more
lights.
frames that you can use. They snap
Nice.
together really
More
nice. They're
doors.
really
That's
easy to
always
use,
good.
Which is cool. Oops. So snap nice and clean
What
together.
would you give for
'cause you
race
can use this with the
anything?
scripting,
Which
we'll
I already
get
know
into
it's
later to
confirmed,
actually
but-
open them how you want them. This one we didn't actually get to finish for the season. We started this in a previous update, but we didn't get to finish it. But we actually have a fully modeled
Nice.
interior of a Phantom.
Interior
And all the
one.
pieces come off.
Sweet.
So it can
The
be,
pieces
you
come
know, you can
off?
have your open closed variants. You can do whatever you want with it. It's got lots
There we
of
go.
modular pieces. We have the effects so you can make it look like it's flying when it's all put together. Banners that we
this
took.
is what
We
I'm
wanted
talking
a lot of
about.
Sandhealy pieces after. So we went
Aw,
with the
flags.
classic Covey first, and then we started with
Banners.
the Sandhealy after that, and built a
Gonna be
bunch
awesome.
of those pieces. The statues that everybody was begging for. Some really
Yes.
cool temple kind of pillars and.
St.
you know,
Healy
there's just
pieces
lots of
are
cool
going to be
pieces that you can see,
wonderful to
like,
be able to have.
for building stuff. We also wanted to make
What are
some
these, lightsabers?
because people would use the lights, the light effects to actually create these, but they kind of fade out over distance. And so we actually had an effect artist build all these really cool beams, and we were kind of worried about getting all these in just because it was so much. But after I started seeing how they were coming together,
All right,
we didn't
guys,
cut them.
we're
We
gonna now
cut
have
them, and they're
lightsabers.
really
People are
cool.
gonna,
I really
like,
want.
you know,
and then Forerunner pieces. You can
connect
build a lot
things
of Forerunner
together,
stuff
whatever
through
you
kit
call it.
bashing, but like these are like legit Forerunner pieces. They look really good. Some of them are animated. That one moves around. Or they're just like
Nice.
these, you know, these
Forerunner
giant,
pieces.
awesome accent pieces for making your levels look like a legit Forerunner level. So we brought the
A
grid
grid.
back of a few updates ago, but it was actually built to classic
little grid.
scale, and it didn't work with like modern maps. So that was something that we kind of actually changed and built a modern
Forge
scale
is
version of the grid, which is
incredible.
kind of
Yeah,
fun.
seriously. People are going to be creating
This
lightsabers.
is a new thing that we have. We built new materials for this update. So there's 2 new material overlays.
materials.
This is the new emissive material that we have, and it literally just glows and lights up
Oh
rooms.
my gosh.
There's more control parameters, so you can actually control how much it glows, which is really cool.
Oh
It'll
my gosh.
Allow for some really
We
neat
got
lighting
glowing
techniques.
materials. People are going to make
These were something
neon
that were
maps.
built internally as a hackathon. These just kind of, we call them pyramids. They're just kind of a weird little like pyramid angle piece that you can build stuff out of. They're just kind of fun. So we also adjusted the material overlay so you can control
Oh,
them a little
good.
bit better. So you can
Yes.
make your grime a little bit lighter, add it, make it
Yes.
medium, make it really heavy. It
'Cause
just
this
gives a
was-
lot
that
more
was actually a
variety to your
problem.
levels. And then
That
the
was
other
a
one we really
problem.
liked is this is shellac. So we made it look like you just put a large layers of polyurethane over your objects. It gives them that really smooth kind
There
of
we
clean
go.
look and kind of futury, which is kind of cool. Or it makes these bricks look flat, which is kind of fun too. This is something that the community has been really asking for too, is the destructible pieces from the campaign.
There we
so
go.
Brought a lot of those.
You got
in,
destructible
as well
walls.
as like kind of the more organic ones, the walls, the kind of St.
Yes.
style ones. There's just a lot
There
of
we
pieces
go.
for destruction, which is great. We made the
Someone make a
flag as
raid
a separate object so that they can script around it. Again, like this mini game focus, we wanted to give them as many tools for building like their own game modes. That was kind of our big focus. And then there's some classic weapons that are going in here. The grenade launcher,
There we
which
go.
is going to be a big favorite.
pipe.
And then the beam or the sentinel beam, which is really
Sentinel
cool.
beam.
And then there's the ball, which we also put
The
in here as
ball.
well. So you can tinker with that. Boundaries on things can be visible now. You can make a boundary
Ooh.
visible, so it's always there even when you're a Spartan. And then this
Okay.
one we scripted it so that when you walk in, it turns on the underwater effect, and we spawn
Oh
in some
my
fish.
gosh.
Nice.
So you can kind of see, like, you know, just you can do all.
Oh
kinds of
my
stuff when you
gosh,
walk
guys.
up. Boop, that goes right
You gotta
back
be
away.
kidding me.
So it's all
Whenever
just
you go
like,
into the
scripting is
boundary,
super
it
powerful,
has
and
the
we'll get into that in a
effects.
little while. And then these are
Oh
scripted
my
by targets.
gosh.
So these are just
I don't
kinda
even
generic
know.
targets. You don't see them, but like if
I don't even
shot
know
it,
what to say.
It would go away, but that way you can trigger an event off of it, like something getting shot. And then ever importantly, a lot of new alien foliage. It also looks nice in the underwater, which is good too.
Sweet.
So it kind of just
Look at
add a lot of
this.
versatility, and like these are really
These
cool plants.
foliage
and the
stuff,
community
this is
really,
crazy.
Really, really loves their plants. So we're giving them lots of plants. So this, yeah, just to give a quick look, here's beautiful, like moody, dramatic underwater canvas, and it's all flat.
There
So
we
build
go.
off of it. It uses the same terrain pieces that you'd use from the title map as well.
It's two awesome looking canvases, but what I keep hearing the most about scripting and minigame.
Minigame.
So what are we looking at right now?
So we're looking at a community map we called Freight that we pulled in because we wanted to build King of the Hill. That was one of the kind of benchmark modes.
King of
that
the
we
Hill, of
needed to
course.
build. It's a lot of foundational pieces there. So we pulled this map in, added a lot of extra pieces to it, did some extra scripting, put King of the Hill. This is a version we call Diminishing King on here, where you actually, it starts with all the hills and it reduces them as you play until you're fighting at one kind of central location.
Huh.
It gets pretty dramatic
interesting.
and epic. But it was really cool. He had really cool scripted cargo containers, and so we enhanced the scripting a little bit on those with the new toys.
That's definitely not Tom
And
French
then we're
playing.
showing off, this is our new physics piece. We have these physics hinges and joints. So I made these cargo containers over the water, and there's this epic play that happened in there where he grabbed the power
That's
up,
pretty
but
nice.
it literally will swing by itself, and the users can actually build these themselves really pretty
That's
easily once you
awesome.
kind of understand
Things
how they
that can
work.
swing by
You'll see all the
themselves.
little nav points, so we have ways of generating nav points. You can change colors of things, assign them to different teams, put different labels on the nav
That
points,
guy,
and
I
kind
just
of basically
commented on it.
literally
I didn't
build your own
watch it,
modes.
though.
That was our goal. We want people to build their own modes until their heart's content, really. And then it's all hooked up on like dynamic
Man, this
scripting things,
update.
so this cargo container can move up and down,
Oh.
which is really cool. And then just a lot
Yeah,
of little
Jeff,
details,
seriously.
Like even I got really obsessed one day. There's Timmy the whale's in the water here, and
Timmy the whales.
He'll do it every so once. He blinks his eyes just
Hey,
kind of randomly.
he's blinking.
Just because it was fun. And then what we tried to do with a lot of the scripting. So with the King of the Hill, we wanted to kind of set some standards for how to build these things. And so like these are all the script brains that control the mode. And they're pretty simple. Like we're actually
man.
going to release our design documentation on how these work, so they can learn.
Oh,
from
that's
them
awesome.
And then kind of
That's
modify
awesome.
them, make them better, do whatever they want with them. So it's kind of an interesting little experiment. That how compact could we make these, and then how versatile could they be? Like this.
I don't know, Diego.
These like handful of script brains can actually make like 10 different versions of this mode, from all the hills to one hill at a time to rotating hills. So it's kind of neat to see all the different variety of things that you could do with them.
I know a lot of fans are going to be super excited to have the return of King of the Hill and then some, right? Because
Yeah.
who's to see what variations come of that?
We
Yeah.
even have another variation we're going to ship with it. So.
And there's another sort of fan favorite we could also say is back now, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we started with this joke of like, you know, we can give them race, but not give them race. And so like, let's let
Very funny.
them build race. And so we started with giving them the tools to build race. And that was our kind of our golden path to
Very
making
funny,
minigame
Tom.
work, was
Very funny.
King of the Hill and race were our tent poles for everything. We knew we didn't have time for the arena team to build a full functioning race mode. And so we kind of had been pitching this idea of minigame. And it kind of grew and snowballed into like, well, actually we started borrowing the arena guys. Like we couldn't have done some of this without actually everybody kind of pitching in. The arena guys
Race!
gave us some dev
there's
resources so we could actually
checkpoints.
build the mode
And it's
itself. Or,
beautiful.
like, they helped fix bugs or fix welding issues that we had, or write script functions that we needed. And so we really focused hard on building race. And what's cool is,
So this is
again,
nice.
much like the King of the Hill, it's super versatile and it's pretty easy to drop into a level. And then from there, like, you know, customize it to your level, and then what we keep.
That's pretty
expecting
nice
is that
because
people
now
can
you can
take it
actually
and
have
make their own,
hills
like,
that
customized
show
versions
up
of race.
like
Make it
constantly.
really
So I'm
personal,
sure if
make
you
your
want to
thing
have
kinda
hills
stand out and special.
actually
So
show up,
it definitely was the
you
gold
can do
bar,
that.
and
You know, like
was a
make
lot of
where
work to
it
get
more
working,
original.
but we're really proud of it, and it's been really fun. We have 2 maps that we're going to try to ship with this that we're really excited about.
Well, I know you're going to make a
2
lot
maps
of
are good
fans
for the race.
happy when they can
Nice.
finally play some race again in Action Sack, and of course
It's
make
marvelous,
their own infinite
marvelous.
variations of race and ramps and all sorts of cool
For
stuff.
sure.
So I cannot wait to play that. But I think your favorite game, if I'm not mistaken, and what seems to be a
I can now
studio
die in
favorite,
peace.
is something totally new that no one even knows that they want yet.
Yeah, we so when we did the summer update, we added the golf pack kind of and all that stuff, those classic pieces. But as we did it, we're like, we really want to make a game mode out of this, and we started working on minigame. And so we came up with the idea of battle golf and like wrote it up on a board in front of us. And really, a lot of the early testing.
This looks really fun. I cannot wait.
Golf, and it people
Yeah,
swear
you're not
when they
hearing
play this game, so it's
checkpoint.
often a good
Thank
sign
the
that
Lord.
it's
Seriously.
fun and, a lot
No,
of screaming
checkpoint
that goes on. So
reach.
I'm really excited
Checkpoint
to see what the public
reach.
does with this.
Checkpoint
There's two
reach.
teams, 4
Checkpoint
players.
reach.
Each team is trying to fight and get their golf club or their golf ball to the hole while they're beating each other with golf clubs, and it changes every round. It has like
This
little-
looks like
little
a lot
putt-putt
of fun
kind
to be able to
qualities where
play.
It turns into tubes, and there's landmines in different phases. It's just, I don't know, it's really fun, and one of my favorite
such
things that
a-
have come out. of
Duquesne
this
is
whole
such a
thing. And, yeah, we're really
racist.
hoping that the community latches onto this, because we really want a whole like
Jeff.
hopper of like 18 courses, you know, like, so we can play battle golf to no end.
Well, I've just barely.
I'm
played
definitely
golf
probably
little
gonna
bit.
make a
Can't
battle
wait to play
golf
more. It looks
map.
like a pretty
You know, it
wild
looks
time.
pretty fun.
So, I'm curious to see again what the fans, they may even take golf and push it further than you even imagine.
We hope so. We want hoppers full of battle golf. So
Yeah, I would
That's
love
a
to.
good thing.
Same
So, of
thing.
course,
I would
not
love
only
to be
can
able to
you build
see
new
like a
stuff and
rally
find new ways
mongoose,
to play,
like
but it's
something
even
that's
easier to
a
find people to
a
play
mongoose
with,
that
right,
is
with
in the
introduction of what's
paint
essentially
scheme,
a
like and
custom
everything.
game
It has a
browser.
skin
yeah,
of a
there's
rally,
a custom game
like
browser that was
Warthog.
added.
That'd be pretty
It
cool.
was a really helpful thing that we didn't even plan on before, but we brought it as towards the end. It was a couple people got really excited about it because really we wanted to help the PC community kind of start to work together and get to play more than they could right now. And so this is a great way for them to find a game. And you can either find a map that you really like and
Jester.
then find a game from there, or a game mode that you like through the file browser, or you can actually go through just like, let's find a game, like what's popular, what are people playing, and actually join into a game from there. So it's a really powerful tool to like connect the community together.
By the
play
way,
the game
guys, the
and
battle
all these kind
golf
of, crazy modes that
thing
people
is
can
going to
build
be in the
and
Action Sack
Totally, and it
playlist
actually
tomorrow.
kind of connects
So
the dots if
you
you
can't
think
play
about
that.
the Windows 10 PC
Everything,
experience
so.
for Halo 5.
I'll definitely
which
be
is
doing a
totally free, by the
stream
way.
tomorrow
Not only do you have
with
the
all the
Forge
new
toolset,
stuff.
but now that you can find people to play with, you essentially have the entire sort of Halo Arena and Forge multiplayer suite fully playable for free. on
Edward, I
Windows 10.
think
Yeah, and it's huge,
King of
and
the
it's
Hill
like-
is
it was
going
kind
in
of this perfect
matchmaking
storm of
in
all these
the.
things kind of lining up, like getting the arena guys to help us out, the
think
mini
it
game,
is.
the mode pieces.
I know they're
like,
adding
all these things
skirmish
just kind
into
of
it.
landed nicely at the same time, and so I think we have this great time. We have probably one of the best Halo experiences available to you to play for free or on your.
Duncan,
console as
I'm
well.
sure you might be
Awesome.
able to
Well,
make that.
Tom, appreciate you walking us through this. Again, I wish we had hours because I know the fans cannot get enough of this. But something tells me we're going to be hearing a lot more from you in the weeks to come. And before we go, just any tips or advice you'd like to impart on our hardworking forgers before they sink their teeth into this update?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing I would recommend to them is to think about it, think about the design, actually kind of work out your design, think about all your logic, experiment with things, but actually then when you want to build your game modes, actually write it out and then actually kind of plot it and build it. It helped save me a lot of headache and hassle. So we're going to release those design docs so that you guys can see how we learned how to build things.
Awesome. And then iterate, of
Iterate.
course. And then using these new tools, you can find people to come in
Playtest.
and playtest. And that's going to help make it easier for us here at 343
This is amazing.
to take something
This
and
is
get into
amazing.
matchmaking a lot faster.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, thanks very much. We hope to see all of you in Halo 5, whether it's on Windows 10 or Xbox One, when the Monitor's Bounty update launches
Doop-a-doop.
on December 8th.
So excited. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this now, since this is my Let's Talk and Watch, since we don't have a long stream to be able to do this for, like a long Halo live stream. It's just a short little 15-minute video. But we could go ahead and talk about some of this stuff and scroll through some of the things, and we can talk about like some of the exciting things here that we saw. Okay, so but yeah, so what is it that y'all were most excited about on this right here? You know, what was it that y'all most excited about? Naturally, race for me, you know, and stuff. But race was announced earlier today, but so besides race and this, I'm trying to think on some. Probably the fact that you can go inside a hill, like a zone, and it can change the settings, like it could change the theme, or I forget what they called it, or something. Like you could change it to where it looks like you're underwater if you enter into an area. So think about it. That basically means that you can have let's say an oil rig or something on top of a Tidal, and you know it's just up there on top of Tidal, and well, I guess not even titles if you don't want to. Just, I don't know, you could just have a room or something. Like, you can have an underwater, like, thing you can use, like, on the underwater canvas or something. You can have a room, and it's basically like an underwater base or something. But you can have it look like the normal area as long as you're inside the actual base. But if you drop through a hole, and once you drop through the hole, that's whenever you enter into the water area or something. It's like, I don't know, just all this stuff. It's so cool, like all those things. The like possibilities are endless with all this stuff. So, destructible doors and walls are incredible, and improved brains, yeah. So let's just see here. Just what else are y'all saying? Yeah, underwater volumes are basically back. Yeah, they pretty much are. Except you could probably do other things. It's not just the underwater thing that you can do in there. You know, you could do all the other stuff. Like, you can basically, you could probably have it turn to anything else that they have, like, in that option, not just the underwater aspect of it. So that's pretty exciting. I love these, the crates, like more of the original crates, the cargo crates. That's nice, that type of stuff come back. I remember seeing this, like, this breaks right here, so that's pretty cool that they have that there. Fences, of course, Kevin is wonderful, but fences are going to be really nice, because normally to do fences, you have to have a crap ton of poles and stuff that you put in here. And so basically, like, if you want to do something like this, and that uses up a lot of pieces, so this will be nice, just one piece here. You got yourself a little fence and stuff. You guys know that Duquesne doesn't even race, right? He does Forge World remakes, Jeff. But yeah, so it's pretty awesome, this whole thing. Then we got extra doors. We got a street light right here, you know, so that's pretty awesome that we got the street light. Oh my gosh, and of course, yeah, the I'm trying to slowly go through it real quick. I don't know, where is it? It's a little bit farther back. Go farther back. This is a launcher, so this launches vehicles and stuff right there, or Spartans, whatever. So right here, I think is hilarious. Grim did say in the Cannon Fodder update that he goes, check out, there's a lot more billboards and everything now. So this is awesome. This is all broken. It says sponsored by the Reach Tourism Board. So that's hilarious. Escape. And it's all torn up and stuff. So that's going to be really cool for if you're making an infection map and you want to have like a city infection map. You can have this awesome looking billboard that looks like things are like degrading and falling apart and stuff like that. So, so it's pretty exciting there. Let's see here. There's so much stuff in this update. Like more of these type of doors are going to be awesome to be able to have. It just makes city maps look a little bit more real. Even if you don't go into this door, like you could just have this right here up against a wall, and it just makes it look more realistic, you know, having, you know, like some sort of like door and stuff there. So there's great. Oakvale, oh snap. Let's see here. There's, oh, of course, yeah, having this, the Phantom, and being able to open up all parts of the Phantom and stuff like that. That's going to be awesome. And what were you saying, Jeff? Now we need just the Mongoose to be less, you know, yeah, like to be less crappy. Yeah, the Mongoose, this Mongoose is the worst handling Mongoose out of any Halo game. And so I hope if they don't update in Halo 5, Halo 6, they really work on the physics and, you know, the driving, you know, physics and just the way it feels and stuff, you know, with Halo 6. So, so yeah, the Phantom's pretty awesome. We of course get more parts. Okay, yeah, the banners are going to be wonderful also. It's nice to be able to have banners. They make your map look pretty awesome. Saying Helios pieces, that's going to be sweet. And we get lightsabers, basically. People are going to attach this to stuff. You know that, right? Like, people are going to attach this things. Can you attach this stuff and weld it to, like, weapons? Can you do that? I don't remember. Can you weld stuff to weapons? But if you can, people are just going to straight up weld, like, a plasma pistol or something with one of these lights, and so it can look like a lightsaber and run around. Can you do that? Can you weld to weapons? I can't remember if you actually can or not. But that would be hilarious if you do that. Someone make a racetrack where you jump in and drive through the Phantom. Oh, I'm sure. No, yeah, Mr. Happy Sad. Yeah, no, I'm sure people are gonna do that because that would be straight up. You just have to, have it floating in the air and everything, and you can have like a huge jump and you go flying through it. Each side of it. That would be awesome. So there's a lot of great things on there. So let's see here. There's just more of these lights type of stuff. It just looks awesome. Of course, Forerunner pieces are going to be great for people who want to make Forerunner maps and everything. I'm sure, some maps will be updated that already tried to incorporate the Forerunner theme to it, with some of these pieces and stuff. So that'll be awesome to be able to have. And of course, some of them are actually, they move and everything, so that's even better. I tried to attach a weapon, but it doesn't work. Oh, sad days. I wish you could attach it to a weapon. Oh well. If you can't, that's no biggie. That's no biggie. But still. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, and this is something that I thought was very intriguing right here. This block here, you can actually do different materials on a block now, like this luminescent material or whatever it's called or something, where you can actually make the blocks shine and be bright and everything like that, that is incredible. That you can actually do that. That's gonna be awesome. People are seriously gonna make some, for all those people, Ghostly Koala out there, the one map that he always makes in every Halo game is a strip club. He's gonna be having some neon walls and stuff like that, and like floors. The floors of the strip club now is gonna be lit up and everything. So this is gonna be pretty sweet that you can actually have that material to change that type of thing. So I love that they added some more material stuff. We got some different grid, so that's pretty awesome that we have a different grid. So here we go. And of course, these pieces are going to be really nice, especially for possibly making a roof and everything. This looks like nice little corner pieces right here for like a roof. And really, normally, in order to make a roof in that corner of a roof where it looks really nice, you have to use multiple pieces, like a whole bunch of them. So hopefully this, that we can only maybe, it depends how big your roof is going to be, but here we can actually use one or just a couple more pieces to make a bigger size roof. So it's going to be pretty nice to be able to do that. Have I seen Nuke's Strip Club? Absolutely. Yeah, no, I have. So, and then also this right here, now we can actually more adjust, like all this has the grime overlay to it, but now it's addressed like less grime to more grime. So that's going to be awesome because there's a lot of times with the frost, I want to put frost on something. Like I'm making currently the Game of Thrones Castle Black map right now. And I want to put frost on some of the areas like where the elevator part is that goes up the wall. But the problem is the frost is a little too much and I don't want it that much on there. So now I can have the frost, just have it a little bit of frost on there. And then I could have like more frost on top of the actual roofs and stuff of the buildings. I can have the more intense frost on top of the roofs and like here on top of some of the platforms where it's a little bit better. So, it overall would be a lot better like with that type of thing. Now we can actually adjust the how much of the overlay we want. So really, that's pretty amazing. And then this whole thing where it has that nice little shine, it makes it all smooth and everything. That's going to be real interesting. I'm sure people are going to use that, especially like what Tom French mentioned, the futuristic type of thing. Like having all shiny and stuff like that. I love the reflections. You can see the reflections right here of the mountain itself. So that's definitely really cool. Also the broken walls, you could see them right up there. I'm just gonna go ahead and go forward. You can see all the little broken walls and stuff like that right here now that we have. So again, that's something people have been asking for a long time because they're there in campaign and we really want them. We really want to have them to be able to, put them in our maps, have like secret passageways and stuff like that. Now people can make these type of things and especially in like puzzle maps and stuff, and have these type of things so you can break through them if you find like a secret passageway and stuff like that. So that's definitely really cool. And of course the flags as a separate thing, it's not placed on the deal, so you can actually script stuff to flag. There's the ball over there. The new weapons and stuff are right there, so that's pretty sweet. So right here is the really interesting thing. Now you can have these hills actually show up. So that's what I was saying with the race game mode that they actually showed in the later gameplay. there wasn't any like hill markers. Like you didn't see the hills themselves on there. So like here real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and scroll forward. Like right here, you didn't see the hill right here. It's just a little indication. Like right here's one. You don't see anything. You just see this little diamond here, and that's it. And you know to cross through that diamond. So what you could also do if you want to make it to where it's more like the original race game type, where it actually has a hill, you can just go ahead and use this hill right here, keep it on to where it shows up at all times for players, and I'm guessing use that so it basically has that hill marker there. And I'm hoping, of course it didn't really show it in this video, I'm hoping the respawn mechanics of crossing through a hill and then if you die afterwards, I'm hoping the respawn mechanics are really good, because like I was saying in MCC, they weren't that good at all. To be able to have a like the respawn stuff, because a lot of times it got confused with other hills and stuff like that. So I hope it's really good respawn mechanics there, kind of like how even Halo 4 and Halo Reach did it. Those did the respawn stuff pretty good on there. So yeah, like what I was saying, of course you can see the fish right here floating around and everything. So here, I'll go ahead and play this part because I thought this was a pretty amazing part right here.
Well, so that.
Let's go ahead and play this again.
Boundaries on things can be visible now. You
know.
can make a boundary visible, so it's always there even when you're a Spartan. And then this one, we scripted it so that when you walk in, it turns on the underwater effect, and we spawned in some fish.
Nice.
So you can kind of see, like, you know, just you can do all kinds of stuff, and then you walk out, boop, that goes right back away.
That's
all
awesome.
Just, like, the scripting is super powerful, and we'll get into that in a little while.
So basically, you know, it basically, anytime you enter into the hill, you can script it to where it'll turn on that effect. So you can have other effects in there, you know, whatever else is in there, like whatever effects that are added to the game, stuff like that, you can have within a small hill, or a large hill, depending on how big you make it. So that way you can make some cool, like you're dropping into a hole and you can make it look like you're actually dropping into water, and it'll have that water effect, or dropping into other things and actually have that effect. So it'll definitely be really awesome for that type of stuff. So, all right, so let's go ahead and scroll through. Oh yeah, we get a whole bunch of you know, plants and everything, like some very interesting looking alien stuff, but it looks like it works really well, like seaweed type of stuff for like the underwater theme and everything like that. And I guess, you know, the underwater, he did say that you can use Tidal's rocks, which Tidal's rocks I'm guessing work really well because they are that dark looking rock that you would see in underwater. But of course you can use any of the rock pieces from any canvas for the underwater style. And so that's really nice. It's going to be cool to be able to have, you know, just some of these underwater type of plants there that you can add to it. And of course, we've already seen a lot of people make some really cool stuff that are underwater things, even though we technically don't have underwater stuff. Could you please link the video? It's just under Halo's thing. Here, I'll just link it right here. It's just go to Halo's YouTube channel. It's there. This is the video that I am looking right now. Again, it's just under Halo's YouTube video. But yeah, so there's a lot of really cool stuff. Of course, this is them just showing King of the Hill. A lot of the options of all the hills are starting at once, and then over time, you know, it diminishes down to only like one hill or something like that. So that's really cool. Oh, here's the movable pieces. So basically, you can have
literally will swing by itself, and the design, the
like these pieces swing by themselves right here,
easily once
and they can move around all by themselves. So that's really nice
to
be able to have something like that.
Colors of things, assign them.
So that's definitely really cool. That thing. Let's see here. I'm going to bring battle tracks back. You should. Here's all the brain stuff and everything. So there's a lot of great stuff. Here's the race thing right here, guys. So right here, you could tell this was created by 343 Race. I'm not dissing 343's forging capabilities. It's just they might not be the people that can make the best racetracks on here. You know, so I'm gonna turn down the volume of this just because we already watched it and everything. But it's pretty cool. Like, at least though, like if you notice that, you still spawn in your vehicles, and that's what people in Racer just have been wanting to do. We want to just really spawn in vehicles and have checkpoints, and you respawn at those checkpoints. That's what we want to be able to have. So right here, it's like, you know, this map, you know, like they have all these
Dev resources.
the diamonds and everything, but again, it's not like the original checkpoints, but you could probably add that, you know, with the options and everything. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. I love all the falling rocks and everything they did on here. Nothing will ever be as bad as Sandstone's Slateway. Yeah, that one was, yeah, that one was interesting. But yeah, so this, you know, it's pretty awesome though. Like, I'm pretty excited to be able to try out Race, and hopefully we'll get a lot of it now that, you know, Race Game Type is coming out. Hopefully now we'll get a lot of, you know, some different race, you know, maps and everything like that into Action Sack and stuff. You know, and that would be awesome. You can use Mongoose. Yes, you can probably use a Mongoose. You just have to set it to Mongoose in the game type details and stuff, I'm sure. Like how it normally is. Like you could set as spawn as a Warthog, spawn as a Mongoose, spawn as whatever on there. So, you know, Race is one of those things where it's a lot of fun. You know, I'm pumped about Race. I want those stands as a prefab. Yeah, well, it'll be there. You know, I'm sure you could just rip it off of the map and everything. So, Tom French's hair is flipping majestic. Yeah, it's one of those things that this is incredible though. Like all the rocks falling like right there and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Like everything like this. So this is gonna make Race come back. Like all the options. I can't wait to see the options. Like that's what I'm really excited for. Is, you know, I'm like, I can't wait to see the options. I love the fact that right there, it says where the leader is. Like it has that little thing. I'm sure you might be able to have options. They talk about all these options and stuff like that. You probably will be able to toggle that on and off and stuff. At least I hope so. But I really love the ability right there to have that leader. Now, one thing that I was wondering, one thing that I sent to 343 whenever they, you know, asked about things for Race Game Type and stuff, like one of the options I sent was, I love the fact that in past Race Game Types and everything, you're able to, you know, the first person crosses through the finish line and the game ends. Like the game just ends right then and there. That's all fine and dandy and everything. But it would be awesome also to be able to have where the first person crosses through the finish line and then you have a 30-second timer, you know, a countdown till the game ends, and then, you know, everyone else is battling for second and third and fourth and fifth and stuff like that. So you still have everyone trying to rush to the finish line and battling for second and third. It's not just once the first place person crosses over, then if you're in second place, you get second place. If you're in third place, you get third place. It'll be awesome that you get a 30-second timer or something like that to where, you know, you can actually keep battling for the other pole positions instead, you know, since the first place person already finished. Yeah, so, you know, it's pretty great. What was that? The Duquesne overlay is starting to annoy Jeff. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. Dude, check Waypoint. Oh my gosh, is there a lot of stuff on Waypoint? Are we gonna have to go check out Waypoint on here? Are we gonna have to? Did they come out with this with the new update stuff, like all that type of thing? Let me go ahead and go through there real quick. Thanks everyone for the recent subscribers. I appreciate it. The Pure Limb and Bionic Meltdown and that guy, appreciate it. So did they come out with the update for everything? Mythical Twinkie, I hope, man. I hope. There we go. There's the massive scoop. I got it. I got it. There you go. Jeff got it. Jeff got it put out. I'll put all these. I'll put this video and the other stuff in the, you know, description and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's pull out this and we can go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Real quick, guys. Hold on. Let me go turn on the air conditioner. It's a little toasty. All right, go back here. Go back. For some reason, it stopped for a second. You know, for some reason, it stopped. What do you mean, wrong one? on here. I'm just scrolling through a bunch of stuff. What do you mean wrong one? You said wrong one? Toxic? Wrong one? Huh? That's not the wrong one. That's the right one. All right. Okay, so here we go. We just need to fight to keep our voices heard so that we're not waiting a year in content again. Yeah, seriously, Jeff. Okay. All right, so sorry about that. OBS for some reason just stopped working for a second, and, you know. So here we go. We got, you know, Toms and Sketches, a little walkthrough there. All right, so there's some QA stuff. I'm not gonna scroll through everything on here. I'm just gonna kind of skim. If y'all know that there's a certain section of this I need to take a look at, then be sure to tell me. Because I don't want to sit here and read all this while on stream. I'm just trying to scroll through some of this stuff on here. Massive scripting updates. So here we go. Here's some scripting stuff here. So action target. This powerful system lets actions modify up to 64 other objects at once. Jeez. You can modify up to 64 other objects at once. Formed on other objects and even players, and filters can be actioned. Wow. Okay, so actions can be performed on other objects and even players, and filters that can be actioned on exactly the object you want. Like team, spawn order, oh my gosh, all this stuff. Object variable, boundary, contents, and more. Wow. The fact that you could just do like spawn order and all that type of stuff and like your team things, it's pretty incredible. What was Toxin? You can at the very bottom click newest post. What do you mean? At the very bottom of this? What are you talking about? Okay, I'm not listening to you anymore, Toxic. Okay. So here we go. Multiple actions. Scripts can now have 4 actions per condition. That's awesome. Script options for each script. There is options that change their behavior. Script disabling. Forgers now have the ability to disable scripts at 3 different levels: map level, object level, and script level. That's great. Enhanced scripts. Enhancements made to previous existing scripts actions. For example, force on off for spawns. Turn on off the position of objects being reset. That's nice. New conditions. Multiple new and necessary scripting conditions have been added, such as triggering events off of score changes, trigger the events of specific times in a round, and finally checking when players or objects enter or exit to remaining. Nice. New action loadouts. Lots of new tools have been added for manipulating objects. Score. Awesome. I can't wait to be able to try all this type of stuff. Oh, yes, guys. You can expect I'm going to be streaming a lot of Halo tomorrow, checking out all this stuff. You know, I'm going to be checking out all this stuff, everyone. Must be nice to turn on AC. Well, actually, the past couple days, it's been like 45 degrees outside, so, you know, it's been pretty cold. So, let's see here. Mini games! I don't want to go through too much again, you know, just because there's a lot, you know, to read through. Spartan's Phase of Battle Golf. Battle Golf does look awesome. I'm really pumped for Battle Golf. I'm definitely going to be making a Battle Golf map. I'm excited for it. It's going to be so much fun to be able to make something like that. And of course, Race is back. With updates to Forge, players have all the tools to build Race and much, much more. I can't wait to see more details, like more stuff on that type of thing. King of the Hill, blah, who cares about that? Race. But yeah, so here's a video, Battle Golf, so that's pretty great. New Forge Canvas, Barons, so that's awesome. It's so great to be able to have Barrens. And then, of course, Depths is an open and flat canvas, except this one is underwater. So this is great that people can do. So, one thing that I'm wondering, with the ability to actually have, like, hills or something out, if you go in the Depths canvas and you put one of those hills out that can change the deal, does it take off the Depths canvas, like, theme, or do you have to go on a canvas like Tidal or Barrens or something like that and just have a hill for underwater style? You know, I wonder if it can actually take off the main theme of Depths, or you have to first start out in something empty and then go underwater if you want to have like a base that's submerged underwater, you know, or something like that. So I don't know, we'll see on that one. New filters in FX. So here we go. We get things like heat distortion, underwater, and infected flood filters. So that's pretty cool. You get that infected flood, heat distortion. That's going to be interesting. In underwater, that'll be sweet to be able to have that. And a better way to liven up your underwater forge experience on Depths, and brand new bubbles screen FX. So now you get bubbles. So that's pretty cool. All right, later, Jeff. Later. Enhanced to changes file recovery. The recovery feature in Halo 5 Forge PC has been brought to Xbox One. That's awesome. That is awesome. So machinima mode has now been enabled within Forge. Yay! So now you can take screenshots without all the Forge junk in the way. Material overlays. 3 different material overlays have been added, changed. So there's the shellac, the emissive, and blend control. I think the emissive one is the illuminating one that you can actually make blocks kind of glow and everything. So that's cool. Reset map state, map option. Restores object states, clears variables, etc. So that's cool. Custom games. Added new enhancements, custom game settings such as spawn in vehicle. Race! All weapons in loadouts. Max players. Allow observers, privacy, and minigame. Simple mode for building. So sweet. So spawn in vehicle. I hope that, you know, there probably will be an option for controlling what type of vehicle that you spawn in. What? All right, well, hold on. I'm in the middle of something. So let's see here. So, of course, new objects, new things, and everything. Over 650 objects. That's insane, because past Forges only allowed, like, 650 objects to be placed out, and this is adding 650 objects. So that's incredible. A lot of great things, like you get all the wall-breaking stuff. That's wonderful. Oh, my gosh, what is this? We get, like, burger stuff. Oh, my gosh, this is great. This is great. Here's another one, another billboard back there. So we get like 2 billboards are right here. Like there's a burger billboard and another one right there. All right, so here we go. Get some foliage and everything. So introducing the new 2059. What is that? Wernick Wrecker? I have no idea how to say that. That's great. Oh, man. So basically, guys, Action Sack is going to include Battle Golf, King of the Hill, and Race in it. So I'm definitely going to be playing some Action Sack tomorrow. So this is going to be on, you know, come out tomorrow. It doesn't say when, but hey, you know, it doesn't say when this will be, but you know, it's one of those things where it's going to be nice to be able to have all this stuff. You know, it's probably, what did y'all say? Normally it comes out around 10 a.m. Central Time, or no, about noon Central Time maybe. So, maybe like 10 Pacific or something. That's whenever the updates normally come out, maybe earlier. Hey, go. But yeah, so, that's going to be pretty interesting, all that type of stuff. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm going to be streaming again here in a little bit, guys. So I'm going to be streaming some Forge. I'm probably not going to stream Forge here. I don't know. I might stream Forge here on YouTube. I might stream it over on Twitch. Y'all just have to watch watch here, you know, for another stream, or watch my Twitch, or watch Twitter, or, you know, if I post it, or my Discord. I normally always post my streams in my Discord and stuff like that. So this is awesome. This is an amazing update. This is incredible. This is what I've been waiting for. Now, of course, I'm skeptical about a few things. I'm hoping that they'll be in there, but of course, they couldn't go over everything that, you know, I have questions about, and how well certain things work, because I want to make sure, you know, the race game type checkpoints and the respawn system still works how it's supposed to. But of course, the only way to make sure of that is by, you know, getting my hands on it tomorrow. And so you can definitely expect a stream, guys, tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming probably early. I don't know, maybe around 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is like noon Pacific, or if it's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, that's like 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. So just estimate around 3 p.m. Central Time. And also, guys, just watch my Twitter or watch Discord or something like that, and you'll see. And I'll be streaming here on YouTube tomorrow. So you can expect for that. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to go through all the new things. We're going to probably forge a, you know, racetrack. I'm going to be converting some of my old racetracks to work with the race game type. And then I'm going to be, you know, playing some of the action stacks so we can play some matchmaking and race, and some of the battle golf and, you know, stuff like that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to click that like button to help me out. It helps spread this video around and everything, and I appreciate it. Also, guys, subscribe for some more Halo stuff, and also competitions and tournaments, guys. With the race game type coming out, I want to be able to have tournaments now with cash prizes and everything for winning the tournaments, especially now that you have that observer mode and stuff like that. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, so I'm going to be having cash prizes for tournaments. I will have a video later on explaining that and how you can actually enter in your map for the tournament, your race map for the tournament. But of course, the map itself has to be a tournament approved map. Like, it has to be, there's different types of tracks out there. Like, there's, you know, of course, the goofy roller coasters, double wides, all these other type of things. But basically, tournament tracks are all of their own. All right, so I think we're back now. Guys, welcome to OBS screwing up constantly. Like, my OBS is constantly just dropping the stream. So yay! But yeah, like I was saying though, I will be coming out with a video explaining everything about the tournaments and stuff, and I will be streaming tomorrow, all this new Forge stuff. Y'all will be able to join whenever I, you know, decide to, you know, do the Action Stack playlist. I'll invite people, viewers, and everything like that and stuff. So basically, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you for all the support, everyone coming out and watching this and, you know, checking out this new stuff with me. I appreciate it. And remember, guys, let's forge a new Halo. Bye.